Getting together in Madagascar is all about the music. If it is a family gathering, it's a wedding, people are grieving, there is always singing at the heart of it. And I think that's why it's a huge part of who I am, and belonging to a community feels like it's about the being together and doing it together regardless of what the outcome is. Before I arrived in New Zealand, I had no idea what to expect. Maybe I didn't expect it to be so white. I mean, I was the only brown face wandering around the street most of the time, and in groups that I used to belong to, but even now in most groups, I am that other person. Racism in New Zealand is something I didn't quite expect, and it's something that took me by surprise. Because I have lots of really good friends in New Zealand, but one of the worst things is when my kids were little, I was taking them for a walk. A car saw us. They were yelling abuse, and they turned around. They threw bottles and rubbish and shouted at us. They told me to go back to where I came from. I didn't expect that at all. I suppose there are always two sides of a coin, and there is that ugly side that exists. One of the things that I've always done all my life is to sing, and sing with my community. So I've always dreamt that one day I would lead a community into singing. And over the years, I've sung in many, many choirs in New Zealand. But now, living in Wellington, I run a women's community choir, and that's one of the highlights of my week, is singing with these women. In my choirs, I teach songs from Madagascar as part of me sharing my culture. I think that maintaining those connections and keeping the culture alive is very important for my mental health. In a way, I'm doing what I've always wanted to do. And I feel like I finally belong and I'm accepted for who I am.
내 한국 문화를 계속 지키고 옆에 두는 게 내 그동안 제가 뉴질랜드에서 생활하는 거에 있어서 기둥이 됐던 것 같아요. 안 잊어버리려고 계속 해왔던 것도 큰 것 같아요. 뉴스도 보고 노래도 듣고 밥도 한식으로 먹고요. 그리고 주말에는 이제 뉴질랜드 사는 2세대, 3세대 한국 친구들한테 한국어 조금씩 가르치면서 그렇게 계속 한국 문화랑 컨택하고 있는 것 같아요. 사실 처음에는 별 생각 없이 시작을 했는데 하다 보니까 좀 책임감도 더 생기고, 어쨌거나 외국에 사는 아이들한테 한국말을 가르치는 선생님이니까 제가 노력을 안 했으면 아마 한국 문화가 많이 지워졌지 않았을까 생각을 해요. 아버지하고 저만 현재 뉴질랜드에 살고 있고요. 어머니하고 누나가 고등학교 끝났을 때 한국으로 다시 돌아가셨어요. 아버지도 혼자 있게 놔둘 순 없으니까 같이 남기로 했어요. I would say I miss everything from Korea. 가족, 친구, 그리고 한국 냄새, 매연 냄새랑 담배 냄새 섞인 냄새. 지쳤을 때 이제 한국 돌아가서 엄마 밥 먹고 할머니 밥 먹고 그리고 2달 동안 좀 쉬다가 돌아오면 또 힘이 생기고 그랬던 것 같아요. 고등학교 졸업했을 때 이제 아버지랑 돌아갈까 얘기를 했는데 군대 문제도 있고, 한국 남자는 무조건 군대를 2년 정도 가야 되는데 이게 외국에 있어서 안 나가면은 불법인데요. 여기서 시민권 따고 한국 거를 포기하면은 안 가도 되니까. 한국 시티즌을 포기해버리면 진짜 한국인이 아닌 것 같잖아요. 제가 나 그냥 한국 안 갈 거야, 군대 안 갈 거야 이러고 외국에 있으면은 40살 넘게까지 못 가는 거죠. 나중에 돌아간다면 아마 외국인 신분으로 가게 되지 않을까 싶어요. 네, 그래서 선택의 기로에 서 있어요.
After 5 months I didn't see Louis, I came to New Zealand. We went to drink, and then in the evening we went to a queer bar here. During the night we started to kiss and make out, and it's a queer club, so we felt quite safe to do it. And then the bouncer said to us to stop, that we cannot do it in the club, and kicked us out. I think it was the first time that somebody took the feeling of me being safe in a queer place away. If I'm looking at now, it's like not how I would like to be introduced to New Zealand. I experienced anti-Semitism, and I experienced also xenophobia. So there is like this entire experience of oppressions against our identity. I think that what helped me when I truly think about it is to be in an amazing relationship with Louis. And then we have friends that always coming for Kai or for Shabbat dinners. And then we have Tifana Fana, which is like an important puzzle, because Tifana Fana gave me the understanding of how I love my culture and how I love my friends and my family. Tifana Fana is a queer kapahaka group that is based in Te Whanganui Atara for Takatapui, led by Maori queer queens. And there is something very magical of being a part of a community that is so accepting and so inspiring. You feel their love and their mana, like how amazing is their culture. And I wanted to feel it also. I'm not gonna live in shame. And I think that Maori culture taught me that I can be proud on my culture, that I can show that we have beautiful things and I can connect to them. Judaism, I don't look at anymore in the Orthodox way. I look at Judaism as a fluid, like gender is fluid. Judaism is fluid, culture is fluid. I started to build what is Jewish to me, because the Judaism in New Zealand would tell you, do what is comfortable for you and enjoy it. And I'm enjoying it now. I can get married. I can do it. I broke a glass in my wedding. I had a woman rabbi in my wedding. That is a big victory in my life, that I can embrace my Judaism, embrace my queer culture. I started here. I'm going to practice my culture, being very involved in the community. And I own the Aotearoa. When you come, try to build your community, your close whanau. Try to be Aotearoa, and what I mean is, if somebody will try to take you down, and if somebody will evoke the pain of being an immigrant in New Zealand, just continue your life. Continue to do the efforts to build your community. And if you need to cry, go have a cry. If you need to run 10,000 kilometers, run. But just continue this race of life, because Aotearoa needs more people like us.